At Scranton Prep and at all Jesuit prep schools, obviously, one of the things that we're focused on is preparing young people for college. That's what it means to be a preparatory school in the United States. I think what makes us different is, for us, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Intellectual development, academic development, preparing someone to apply to college and get into college, in the big picture is relatively easy. Especially if you start with smart kids and bring them into the company of smart, gifted teachers, they're going to get into college. But what makes us different and what drives us is the understanding that we inherit, I think, from St. Ignatius, from the early Jesuits, from generations of Jesuits and teachers in Jesuit schools, that reminds us that the life of the mind, academic ability, athletic ability, whatever particular kind of limited ability that we have, only takes on its proper meaning and its proper purpose in the context of understanding that we're not forming a mind, we're forming a human being. That's why Jesuits are in education. That's why Scranton Prep exists, and all Jesuit schools exist.
My name is AJ, and I love Scranton Prep. The people here are just amazing. You could just tell that they want to be here. Like, they're here for a reason. I'm the varsity soccer goalie. I also do basketball, and I throw javelin for track and field. I have never killed anyone with a javelin. Promise. There's no toleration for any type of bullying here. I would love to be a wildlife veterinarian. Elephants, buffalo, reptiles, anything, all of the above. I want to save them. Absolutely, without a doubt, Scranton Prep should be #1 on your list. I love Scranton Prep.
Academically, Scranton Prep is very challenging. A very rigorous curriculum. But perhaps more important than what the students are learning, they're learning how to learn. That will serve them well far beyond their graduation from Scranton Prep. It's not easy, but there's a support network in place, tremendously wonderful faculty members who will work with students with whatever they may need help with. And we've been at this a long time. Not only have we been at this a long time at Scranton Prep, but Jesuit education's been around for a really long time, and it works.
My name's Jimmy, and I love Scranton Prep. My favorite class at Prep would have to be a sophomore geometry class. I'm a captain of the soccer team this year. We're looking really good. Football team has done really well over the past few years. Same with the basketball games. If you're thinking about coming to Scranton Prep, correct answer? You are going to want to come to Scranton Prep. When you come to Scranton Prep, it's not like any other high school. Scranton Prep is a spiritual school. When you walk into the building here, they're not going to force their religion on you. And if you are open to it, I mean, there's definitely opportunities to grow in your Catholic faith. But if you are from a different tradition, it is more than inviting. It is opening, it is welcoming to say, you know what, we offer you this to you, and if you don't want to take our Catholic religion, we invite you to pray however you may want. It's going to be on your midterm one year.
Well, I think it is a daunting thing to look ahead at high school from 8th grade and to know that you're going to move into a school that's much bigger, with many different types of people maybe than you're used to dealing with before, with different types of teachers than you're used to dealing with before. And I think it's perfectly natural and actually smart to say this is going to be a workout. This is going to be a workout for me on a lot of levels, kind of academically, socially, personally. But that truth exists in a wider truth, which is in coming to Prep, you're joining a community, a family that is going to help you do that by welcoming you into the community and saying you're not in this alone. This is not dog eat dog. This is not survival of the fittest. This is a community that cares for one another, that helps one another. And one of the ways we help one another is by challenging one another.
I'm Taylor, and I love Scranton Prep. Everyone kind of treats each other the same. Like, at least in my grade, like, there's no one makes fun of anybody, at least as far as I know. Like, everyone's chill with each other, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of things you can do here at Prep. The play, the choir, chorus, There's a new performance club here. Then a lot of my other friends do cheerleading. A friend of mine's in the classics club. You can do anything here. The cupcake club, that's awesome. Scranton Prep is probably my favorite place to be. So you're deciding about what high school you want to go to, and I suggest Scranton Prep. You'll have a lot of fun here, and it's not scary at all. And Taylor, peace out, Girl Scout.
One of the ways I think Prep best serves our students is through what we call cura personalis, which is really care for the individual person, care for the whole person. We're in a place where we have close to 800 young people, but the beauty of that is each one of them is an individual person. Each one of them comes here with their own gifts, with their own talents, to help them aspire to academic excellence. For some, it's athletics. Whatever it is that students bring here, we take very seriously our approach to furthering whatever those gifts and talents might be.
My name is Daniel, and I love Scranton Prep. It's just a great place to learn. It's a great school. The athletics are always the best around here. Cookies are the best thing here at Scranton Prep. There are M&M cookies, sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies, double chocolate chip cookies. My favorite are probably the M&M cookies. There's no really hatred at the school for anybody. I've not seen bullying in Scranton Prep. I hope that I won't see it for the rest of my 3 years. You're not going to get judged. There's stuff to do for everybody. There's endless clubs. You can make a club yourself if you wanted to. How many high school students get to say that they're excited for coming back to school? Not many that I've heard from other schools, but at Scranton Prep, there's a lot. I'll just be honest with you guys.
Much like those seniors at graduation who are ending one story and beginning a next, you too, as 8th graders, are in the midst right now of thinking about, what's my next chapter in my story going to be? And I can honestly say with great sincerity that we would absolutely love to be a part of that story, helping you write that story and be a part of that journey with you over the course of the next 4 years.
My name's Liz, and I love Scranton Prep. I love Scranton Prep because it's a community of people who encourage learning and they make you want to learn. I play soccer here at Scranton Prep, and the soccer team really is like a community within Prep where we are a family. Service happens everywhere. A lot of my friends tell me stories about them on Indian reservations in South Dakota and New Mexico, and they were so far away. And me personally, I was on a service trip in Scranton. So without even leaving the area, I still felt like I was doing something meaningful and worthwhile. I feel excited to go back to school. I really want to be a sports agent. Help me help you eat the cookies. You can't argue with the cookies, right? The cookies are pretty good. Scranton Prep really is the best decision I've ever made.
So what we want to do is help a kid take his or her individual story and write it and express him or herself clearly. But then to make that next step, which is to see that my story is not just about me, that my story is connected to the story of everyone else in this school, in this city, in this country, in the whole world.
I'm Gary, and I love Scranton Prep. You just feel at home, and I don't think that's really easy to get anywhere else. Really thinking deeper into what God is and what it means to people. I think that became a really big part of my life because of Prep. There's Latin club, Spanish club, all kinds of teams. I'm in love with the sushi here. Super fresh and super raw, same time. But we have a salad bar. Last year we had an ice cream bar. You feel like you're part of a family. The teachers all, they treat me with love. The students are the same way. It's a place where you want to feel like you're in a community, and that's exactly what Prep provides.
Making that kind of a connection between myself, the rest of humanity, and God, that is the point of a Jesuit education. That is the point of a Prep education.